User joined your channel.
Murder everything.
I just did.
Legen wir los!
This fucking highway map is so broken.
Let me
The
guess.
dominant team.
You're on the west spawn?
Yep.
How did I guess?
Because why else would I bitch about the fact that I have the better team players but we're still getting fucking owned basically because you can't do shit.
The worst one is when you're in a medium tank and your pubbies see you go field, so they all follow you. You have to take town on that map. If you don't take town, you lose. It doesn't matter which team you're on, even if you're on the team that holds the advantage. If you do not take town, you fucking lose. Last time I played it, it was a low tier game, granted, because I was grinding a low tier tank, but we had a platoon of KVs and T1s and a T14. It was like a pair of sync platoons or something. You know, baddie clads. Excuse me. And none of them went into town. They sat just on the edge of it, outside of it, ineffectively shooting into it, but they didn't go in, and so we lost the game. I couldn't carry it. That was, actually that was my FCM pack. I think my second game, and I've only played 3 games, and every single one has been a loss. A very good tank, it just can't carry when the pubbies are that bad. I mean, it's too slow. Very good gun, but too slow. Speaking of things that are too slow, let's talk about things that aren't the Waffenträger E100, because goddamn, that thing's not slow.
I've just bounced like, fuck T-54s, man. It really sucks.
Deal with it.
Well, if I had a bigger gun, maybe I could, but there's also the fact that the IS is pretty fucking shitty until you get the BL9 on it.
I still miss the olden days of when puppies would be so afraid of my T-54 they would just flip out and back themselves off cliffs and into walls to get away from me. It doesn't have the same connotations of impending doom that it used to. Because medium tanks are irrelevant now, apparently. The only things that matter now are TDs with autoloaders. Oh, I'm recording this, by the way, because this is... I just had a really ridiculous game, which is going on YouTube. As further proof of how broken this thing is.
I was gonna say,
So, you know, don't...
free XP the gun for the eye.
Yeah, don't say your social security number or anything. No, yell at puppies all you want.
So I was gonna free XP the ISU 152, but all the fucking videos that are coming out with that thing just make me say, fuck that, I'm free XP into that thing.
I'm not a fan of the ISU. I don't have it on live, but I played it on test, and I didn't like it very much. It's slow, it's fat, it has no armor. The BL-10 is hilarious when it actually works, but getting it to work in the first place can be an issue. My preferred Tier 8 TDs are the Jagdpanther 2 and the SU-101, both of which are ridiculously mobile.
I agree with you on the Jagdpanther.
Oh, the ability to move a Tier 10 gun from one flank to the other in about 30 seconds in a Tier 8 match is just ridiculous. You can pull off some almighty carries with that thing as long as you don't get hit. Or even if you do get hit, like if people start lobbing heat at you, it bounces because of normalization. It's got some wicked angles on it. Very hard to circle strafe too, because it's basically just a Panther 2, except instead of a turret it has a fuck-off gun. So unless they pop out right next to you when you're not going to have time to turn, you know.
I've got a, oh look, KV-1 no fire extinguisher.
Surprise. You know, the funniest thing about this is the argument that keeps getting made for why it's allegedly underpowered is the 20mm gun shield. Let me tell you, today alone, I've had so many pubbies either shoot my hull and bounce off, not necessarily intentionally, just they're too far away to hit accurately, or, you know, they're panicking, or they've shot me in the gun shield and 0 damage critted my gun, or just low roll. Most tanks don't have the speed, the reload speed, to load HE when they see this thing. Very few tanks do. And the ones that do have very low damage.